I'm Tammy Kolda, an applied mathematician, and this is Unlocking LaTeX Graphics. Today we're going to talk about drawing in the background. By default, each new object in TikZ is drawn on top of whatever has come before. This video will explain how to draw behind the objects you've already created, which can be important when your background object depends in some way on those objects that you've already done and cannot be drawn in advance. This is one of a series of videos on TikZ and PGF plots, and I urge you to check out the other videos on this channel. These videos are based on my book, Unlocking LaTeX Graphics, as well as some bonus materials. I've already created the preamble for our document today. I've included parskip and full page just to make things look nice, and hyperref is so that I can link the author name back to the YouTube channel, as you see over here. We'll be doing some drawing using the TikZ package, and I'll be using the positioning library. This enables you to position nodes relative to one another rather than giving explicit coordinates. I've talked about this in a past episode that I'll link in the show notes. The key library today is the backgrounds library. Today we'll talk about drawing in the background. As setup, I'll create a picture in the foreground for us to draw behind. I'm pasting a drawing of a 3-node cycle. Recall that the TikZ picture is the drawing canvas. In the picture options, I've modified the circle and edge styles, appending the built-in every circle node and every edge styles. I modified the circle nodes so that they are outlined in black, filled with yellow, drawn in thick, and set to a minimum size of 1 centimeter. I'm also using a large boldface font. I've modified the edges so that they are thick, and I've shortened the termination by 1 millimeter. In the picture itself, I put down 3 circle nodes labeled A, B, and C, and I've also put the contents A, B, and C into the nodes. I position the nodes B and C relative to the node A using these below left and below right keys that come from the positioning library. I connect the 3 nodes with edges, making the bend with the bend right option, and have used an arrow at the termination using the dash plus greater than symbol as you see here. Finally, I added the title 3-node cycle at the top by placing it above the A.north point. I'll add links to prior episodes on nodes, relative positioning, bendy edges, and styles in the show notes. Now suppose I wanted to frame this drawing. We can use the bounding box to do this. Let me show you what the current bounding box looks like by drawing that. I'll make a link to the bounding box episode in the show notes. So here I'm drawing a rectangle from currentBoundingBox.southwest to currentBoundingBox.northeast. Let's use this information to create a frame. I'll create 2 coordinates by moving out a bit from the corners of the bounding box. I put coordinate SW a bit southwest of the southwest corner of the bounding box. Likewise, I put coordinate NE a bit northeast of the northeast corner of the bounding box. Then I draw a frame outline using these coordinates. If I try to fill the frame by adding a fill command, so here I'll put fill equals gray at 25%, it draws on top and obscures my picture. Unfortunately, I cannot easily draw the frame ahead of time because I don't know exactly how big my picture will be or where to center it. Instead, I'll use the backgrounds library that we added at the top. The idea is to surround this draw command with a scope that uses the option on background layer. And now when we compile this, we'll see that the frame is moved into the background. A very simple and useful solution to getting things into the background. Thanks for watching today's episode on drawing in the background. There are also more sophisticated options for layers, which I can discuss in another episode if there's interest. Please click like or subscribe if you found today's episode helpful. If you have TikZ or PGF plots questions, please post them in the comments. If you want to learn more, please check out the other videos. I also have a book, Unlocking LaTeX Graphics, available for purchase at major book retailers. Thanks for watching.